guys? It is Ash here with Saf, and we're playing Dragonheir Silent Gods. This is a sponsored video and a sponsored channel. Thank you so much, Dragonheir Silent Gods. Saf, what's up, man? This is a big day, bro. Big day.
It is. I'm excited for you to experience this. I've not given you any spoilers, and anyone who's watching has not complete the storyline. I will say this is the best final storyline boss I've ever played in any of these mobile games. It's almost like playing like the final of a Final Fantasy game. It's really cool. So
it is cool.
We've finished the storyline. We've reached the end. We're going to see it. We're going to play it.
Before we do it, before we unveil the ending, again, you gave the spoiler alert. If you guys are going through the storyline season 1 yourselves, don't watch this if you don't want it to be ruined, right?
Yes. Turn off now.
Yeah, I'll give you the final, go ahead to shut it down if you don't want a spoiler. But before we get to that, I do want to just voice a regret, a kind of a big regret I have, Saf, that I actually haven't told you about until right now. I was playing the other night, and I was like clicking through the adventure, clicking through everything, and I actually think that I made a mistake by being a clicker my way through. You know what I'm saying? Like, another way of saying that is by not reading the lore, by not having my sound on, by basically rushing my way to the end of the campaign or adventure or whatever. I feel like I lost a lot. Cause to me, at the beginning of this channel, bro, I was like, hey, I just want to get through. I like building teams. I like building heroes, but I was not aware at that point. I should have been, because you told me, but I wasn't aware of how rich the storyline, the adventure mode actually is. And it wasn't until I don't know, 2/3 of the way through that I'm like, oh man, this kind of feels dirty. Just skip.
But when does this game get good?
You know what I'm saying? My question to you is, this is your second playthrough. But you've also experienced many seasons. Have you actually turned on your sound and had the full immersive experience of adventure ever in this game?
Yes. I mean, to the extent that I actually have the official soundtrack on Spotify that I listen to.
Oh, Saf! Oh, Saf! You nerd! You are next level. I love it. I love it.
It's great. They actually, to be fair, they made a proper full soundtrack, a full OST.
Dude, no way! That's awesome.
Go get it on Spotify, and it's really, really nice music. It's really different themes and thematics.
I love that,
honest,
bro.
I'm a bit of a clicker as well with the storyline. But I'm a clicker in the sense that I'm reading the concepts. I kind of know what's happening, but I'm a bit of a clicker still as well.
I should have at least half paid attention, man, because towards the ending, leading up until this point, especially, I'm like, crap. This feels like it should be epic, and I was a slacker. First of all, the soundtrack thing, that's all I listen to, man. Me and my son. My son is he's an idiosyncratic little 6, almost 7-year-old where he loves Tears of the Kingdom, Zelda games. All he wants to listen to since he was 4 years old is just Zelda video game soundtracks, just the sound. Yeah. So if you look at my Google search, it's everything, the OST of everything,
It's Return to Zanarkand from Final Fantasy is one of my favorite all-time game tracks. Return to Zanarkand from, I think, Final Fantasy 8 or Final Fantasy 10. It might even be Final Fantasy 7, but it's an amazing soundtrack. I'm so old, bro, that I'm so outdated. I'm like, are you all about Final Fantasy 1, the Saf? You like Final Fantasy 1? Final Fantasy 7 was my first game that I really got into.
You don't have to answer this question, but how old are you? You
33?
33? Okay. All right. I got
stop counting after 30. That's what I've learned.
I know, right? I kind of forget too. I'm 41, but I forget if I'm 41 or 42 sometimes. But yeah, that explains that 8 years or whatever explains the Final Fantasy gap, right? The Final Fantasy gap.
Especially around that era, which is 2000s when gaming really kind of
Yes.
the digital boom and stuff. But
exactly.
I mean, I can give you a rough idea of what the game story here is about. There's a child of chaos who is causing chaos in the world, and you were tasked to basically return the child of chaos back to the void. That's the rough TLDR.
Okay, so let's do this, man. Here we go.
Let's go through.
I remember this guy from the very beginning.
The silent gods of the game title are basically gods that are trying to return the child of chaos back to the world of living. Obviously, you've defeated dragons on the way. Going to be
here we go.
Fighting through here.
You've killed many dragons, so many more than you could scarce imagine. You stripped them of their sanity and utterly destroyed their pride. You made them into slaves, into fuel of war. Perhaps you'll melt the snow-capped mountains and boil the oceans, then pickle the surviving islands with the salt of those boiled remains. This way, nothing will ever resist your will again, if you so desire. All right, that's it. I beat the game. No. We keep walking. A tormented body decayed into the pool of twisted flesh. A swollen womb given birth to the infinite number of unfortunate souls. Lambs are sacrificed to the butcher as victims bow their malefactors. Whose handiwork is this absurd play? Oh, man.
We'll keep going through.
I like it. I like it.
It's kind of like summarizing all the chapters
You're probably thinking, what care, this is mine. All the truths are twisted and the time is a loop. The moment salvages all that lies ahead. This moment salvages all that lies ahead, and your former self questions the words of the present. So these are the silent gods, not myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
How could you say it bears you no relation? How you dare assume the dark lady shall leave you be?
The Dark Lady is Tiamat.
She makes you think you're a hero and uses you to destroy yourself. Now, do you still want to go strike your other half, your alternate ego, the child of chaos? Ooh, all right.
So Child of Chaos is basically almost like an other half of your playable character.
From the beginning of your long journey, we've been waiting for you. It's you, the Child of Chaos. I am your other half, your past and your future. I am you. The world calls us the Child of Chaos. The Dragon Queen tore our soul apart, but we are destined to be one again. I once defeated the Child of Chaos. I am not the Child of Chaos. It's just me. What exactly is the Child of Chaos? I'm gonna go I once defeated. As long as chaos exists in the world, the Child of Chaos will never perish. Everything will merely disperse and then coalesce again. Since you have reclaimed the scattered fragments, let us reunite into wholeness. Okay. It's just me. Indeed, you have a different story to tell each time. Yet all cast stones must eventually fall, which repeats endlessly is the recurrent cycle of fate itself. Ooh, I really like the temporal theme here, Saf.
Yeah, it's very the inevitability of it, isn't it? That's
Yes.
kinda cool.
It feels like
agent.
it's like a really cool and deep philosophical angle to the storyline, I would say, right? And also a hybrid of order and chaos, a child cast out by their mother. Child cast by their mother? The one who gave birth to you, the one who tore you apart, the one who abandoned you, and the one who guided you here. Mother of dragons and the dragon god Tiamat. Tiamat. You tried to assassinate your own mother? We haven't succeeded yet, but one day we will kill the Dragon Queen. Even though she's your mother? It's ridiculous how you attempt to view the Dragon Queen through a mortal lens. Her offspring are no more than tools for her to maintain her position, merely silent sacrifices under her rule. She sent you here only because she cannot kill us. She wants us to kill each other. I have other questions. And how is this any of my business?
Dropped in the world. We were killing dragons, and apparently we are a dragon. I don't know what's going on.
You still don't understand. Fate is a circle. It's not only the past, but also the future, Saf. Time does not exist. It may make you a mere moment to make your choice, but this path is eternal. Even if you continue to move forward, you will always end up returning here. I've made my choice. Now that you gather all the shards, come, let us fuse together as one and be whole again. Abandon this short and insignificant life. Return to your true and eternal destiny. Should we accept or reject, Saf?
What do you want to do?
I want to accept it, man.
Go on, then. Join with the Child of Chaos.
We're going to end up here regardless. I believe her, you know? I'm ready to accept my destiny. Now defeat me to retrieve the power of your other half. You will become a complete Child of Chaos and reclaim your own destiny. Descending into the darkest abyss of suffering is exactly what I've yearned for. And I am ready.
So
all right.
The dragons we were slaying in the story mode are basically fragments and materials of Tiamat, which you have now been acquiring to basically challenge the Child of Chaos to basically become one again.
All right. I think we should just go. I think we go with the main squad, right?
We go with the main squad.
Boom. Okay.
Look at this dude.
Didn't we see him the very, very, very beginning of the game?
Yes, but wait for it.
Okay.
We are kind of slaughtering him.
Yeah, it feels like things are going well.
Yes! Hell yeah! Yes! Come on! Yes!
Wait. Now, rot.
Yeah, don't get too carried away. Here we go. Now we're here. Let's do it.
Oh my god. This guy looks like a beast, man. Our team's gonna handle him nice and easily, though.
Yeah, we're a bit strong at this point.
Is it? Yeah. Is it just? Is it two forms? Like this is the last?
Yeah. So we're a bit strong. Like when I tried this first time, we had like he grasps when you roll your characters, and you have to try and break out the character, or you lose it. So
we beat the game. Well, I don't want to speak too soon, but it looks like we're about to beat this game, man. And it took us what? Maybe a month and a half? 2 months? 2 months?
Well, it's 2.5 months now, yeah.
My bad. It feels like just a month and a half. So it took us about 2.5 months.
Whoa.
There he goes.
So cool. There he goes. And now this is the cool part.
Oh man,
Look at it, it's just insane.
this is great. It feels like a PC game, man. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
I'm on my
it does, for
PC,
mobile
so
games.
or a console, you know. Yeah,
Feels Final Fantasy level to me.
it's really
Just saying
cool.
something.
It's been so cool, even though I haven't truly experienced it. It's still been fun to have an adventure that goes this long. It feels like a standalone game, not a stupid campaign mode that you see in every other game, you know?
Yeah. There she
Mysterious
is.
force pulls you out of the planar rift. Oh my god, I am rescued. Thou hast come before me once again, my child. Big shout out to Khaled, our editor here on this channel, who I'm sure gave some beautiful music in the background there during that battle sequence. So you call me child, so you really are the child of chaos, or should I say, my mother? Yes, thou art my offspring, but within these flows of blood of another, the lineage from chaos, imbued with the inquietum by which thou were birthed. Thousands of years ago, thou set on thy path of betrayal, allying thyself with the silent gods of the planar rift. Thou wert determined to subvert order across all planes, making chaos the master of it all. The legions occupied the chaos universum, triggered madness in the dragons, and swept up the world in war. It finally culminated in the assassination attempt of my life. When that failed, I rent thy soul in twain with my very own hands. Through the power of belief, thy body was reconstructed and reborn. One half inherited by thy former powers and thoughts, the other half devoid of memories, believing thyself to be ordinary. By gathering the child chaos fragments, thou gradually regained thy memories and power, which consequently revived thine other half. That was when I intervened and guided thee to confront them. In your battle, the power unleashed by the child of chaos destroyed the planar boundary. As you fell through the planar rift, you got swallowed by chaos energy. And you saved me? I sent thee back in the planar boundary, the chaos universum, and where thy journey once began. Throughout the journey, thou has already proven thyself through action. About my other half. Is it completely
Where's he
dissipated now? Is it completely dissipated? It's timeless and inextinguishable. At the same time, the true of the child of chaos. He is intertwined with thy soul, residing therein. He never vanished. The two halves have merged into one, and so became whole. And the truth about the world, give us the truth. Thou, myself, this world, they are all real in this very moment, are they not? Do not truth and falsehood, good and evil, chaos and order guide all things in the world, leading to the successful rise and fall? Is chaos itself not part of the world? But what of those who doubt reality? To what feint can they cling? Not but empty words.
I feel like you can go read Chaucer after this. Some of these words,
I know.
like you could be like a scholar.
Yeah. Or I could read some Nietzsche or something too, man. I had some Schopenhauer
I won't go
over
Nietzsche.
here.
I did Nietzsche before. Let's not go there. That's
I love
dark.
Nietzsche, by the way. He's my fave.
It's a dark path. Some of
I'm a
Nietzsche's
dark
writings.
man, Saf. We're learning a lot about each other through the ending of Dragonheir Silent Gods. I pray that hereafter thou shan't choose to oppose order. Watch the Dark Lady leave.
Okay. And that is the end.
There it is. I love it, man.
Story.
They knocked it out of the park. I kid with Nietzsche, but I do like there's quite a what is the meaning of life vibe towards the end here, right?
Ooh, what's that thing? What's the little eye thing?
What is this? Gaze of Chaos. The golden eye gained after defeating the child of chaos. Sometimes you can feel it peering through you, through the pupil. That's it. Quest item.
Don't really know what that's for.
Where do we turn it into? So it took us level 46. Does everybody finish at the same level?
No, it depends on how much
Side
you're
quests and stuff like that. Yeah. Obviously. That's my dumb question of the video, Saf. Just getting it in towards the end, you know? All right.
As we're back to where we started.
So now what do we do? We compete on the leaderboard, right?
Here we go.
You think this is the end? No, foolish child. It's only the beginning. That's it.
There you go.
Wait.
It's the story.
So the whole map is still revealed and stuff, obviously. All right.
Yep.
All right. Wow. That was pretty cool. So now we have season 2 coming up. So whether you beat season 1 after 2 months or 3 months or whatever, actually, what if it takes you like 6 months? You're still just gonna like, how does the
storyline? Yeah,
Okay.
the storyline stays. So you can, yeah. So basically now,
So
next
you'll be
time-
stuck in season 1 if you don't progress.
No, you do go to season 2, but the season storyline you can
still have to
play
go
the
through.
storyline. Yeah.
Okay.
The difference is, if in season 2 now you'll replay the adventure areas, and there'll be like different like rogue-like features where they'll give you different bonuses and problems to face. So, yeah.
Wow.
It's cool,
Well,
though. It's cool, right?
We did it, man. I think that I've never seen a game of this genre. I mean, this is a sponsored video, sponsored channel, blah, blah, blah. But I hope the viewers trust us that, like, so far they've never, like, we've said whatever the hell we want, and they've never once said anything, to be honest with you. Positive or negative. They're just like, yeah, cool. So with that being said, like, I always give my true take here. Actually, our next video, I think, is going to be, is this game pay to win? So, and we're going to give our true take here until they tell us not to, and then I'll tell you guys that they said that. But anyway, all I'm trying to say is I've never experienced a storyline like this in any game. I haven't played them all, man, and you've played more than I have. So where do you rank this adventure mode in the genre? Obviously, like, not comparing it to Final Fantasy or whatever, you know?
Yeah, so I feel like it's on the level of, certainly in terms of like a cinematic and retelling of the story, like on the scale of a Final Fantasy game, not necessarily on the same implementation, because obviously that's got a whole RPG level and there's like different layers to it, but in terms of like the final cinematic, the world that they've built, like the open world experience, like, if you've played Raid, you don't even know what's happening in the campaign. The story doesn't really make much sense, to be honest. You just
like,
work
what
your way
is
through it.
Yeah, it's more
And
too
most of
macabre,
the-
like the leader of some.
Yeah.
Who knows? You know? Yeah.
You know, most of the AFK games you play as well are very similar campaign. You kind of just work your way through it. So
Tutorial,
I would rank this
yeah.
as one of the best storylines I've ever played in a game of this nature, of the gacha genres that we've played. It's very, very good. And it just adds a lot of depth to the world, which I really like.
It really does. It really does. I think they did again, I almost want to. I think in season 2, it will be a good opportunity to, you know, actually take things slower on my end and experience, like I was to my point at the beginning of the video, and kind of experience the storyline, the story arc a little bit more, get more familiar with the characters, because what's the rush really at the end of the day, right?
Yeah. You've got
Or is
3
there?
months.
Yeah. I mean, it did take us 2.5 months or 2 months and 10 days or so. So
Right.
it's
But
not
that was
like
at a
we,
very-
That
was a very like slow pace. Is
Yes.
what I'm saying, is you have plenty of time to do it. So
Yeah, we played, like, in terms of the storyline, probably not more than 10 hours
30
any
hours.
week, you know?
Yeah, probably,
you know?
it's probably overall 20 to 30 hours you've probably
Yeah.
played to do the storyline.
Yeah, it wasn't a ton of time. So yeah, overall, man, that was really cool. Thanks for experiencing it with me, man.
Yeah, man,
Again,
and I didn't spoil it, so someone spoiled it to me once, and I was glad I didn't spoil it for someone else.
guys, let us know what you think of this all the entire story arc, the storyline, and the ending specifically of Dragonheir Silent Gods. Thanks again, Dragonheir, for sponsoring this video and this channel. Thanks to Saf for walking us through everything, of course, and we'll see you in the next one. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.